So y'all, as y'all see, we in a different location. It's a different vibe. The ceilings are a little higher. The room's a little bigger. I'm at the Mark of Athens. They allowed me to have the opportunity to start filming my show here. So I appreciate y'all for doing that. I'm here with
CJ Madden.
CJ Madden. What position you play, man?
I play outside linebacker.
Outside linebacker, CJ, bro. I've been rocking with you for a year. I know you. I feel like I know you. All right. But like the fans, the UGA, the coach, all they know is the helmet. They don't know Cozy. They don't know the coziest collection.
Exactly.
All they know is CJ Madden, number
16.
Whew. It's an ugly number for outside.
All right, bro. All right, bro. But you know, my name's CJ Madden. You know, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? I got my own clothing brand,
We're
Cozy
not gonna talk about that.
Collection.
Don't go too fast. Don't go too fast. Let's start off with. Let's
Start
start off with CJ from. No. This is not show. You can't take over.
You
You
right,
like to take
you
over
right,
stuff.
my bad, bro.
Like
My
you like
bad,
to call
bro.
it games and
My
stuff.
bad,
And this
bro.
games. You like to call it jams and pops and stuff not running. And stuff like that. Start off where you from. What high school you went to. Maybe what Don went into the Little League team he played for.
Yeah.
Just tell the people about the early
man.
before Georgia CJ.
Before Georgia, yeah, okay. So, like I said, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, East Side, Decatur area. Chill. I went to Cedar Grove High School. I was there for about 3 years, and then I came here. But before then, I've been playing football a long time. So I was like 5. You know what I'm saying? I played at Midway first.
Midway,
Wildcat.
Georgia?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Midway Wildcats, and then I moved and I went to Tucker Lions, out in the Tucker area, stuff like that. And I've been rocking with Tucker since I was like.
Tucker, that's what Ledbetter from. You knew who that was?
Yeah, I know who Ledbetter is.
Was he he was a hood legend?
Neighborhood hero.
He say that.
Neighborhood hero. Neighborhood hero for real. But yeah, man, that's just a little about me.
Cedar Grove, your senior year, y'all won state, didn't y'all?
We did.
It was y'all had a little special combination. Who's your D-line coach at Cedar Grove? Did you have one, or was it Christian Miller?
Well, actually, our D-line coach left. He was basically the head coach, but he left. And
who took over the helm? I feel like it's one of them Georgia Bulldogs that took it over and
exactly.
led the way for y'all.
Yeah,
y'all
Christian Miller. Christian Miller was basically our D-line coach. Honestly,
I heard that Christian Miller used to like run the drills for y'all before games and then get down and run the drills himself.
That is true. That is true.
Would you say y'all combined the senior leadership helped y'all win the state?
Definitely.
What was the motivation for? Because y'all was terrible like a couple years before. Like
no, we weren't. No, we weren't.
Like Cedar Grove was a loser. And It wasn't nothing since. Didn't Jaden Hazelwood go there?
Jaden Hazelwood did go there.
They weren't good since Jaden Hazelwood. What changed it? What turned it around? What turned the tide?
Well, it's just more like a culture thing. You know what I'm saying? We just wanted to start winning, and we took practice serious and things off the field serious, and it just led to better results all around. So. We just changed the culture. Shout out to my coach, Coach Pat.
You went from a state championship to a national championship.
Yeah, man.
I got a question. Your recruitment process, how was that? Like, how did it start? Because it's different for everybody. I didn't have an offer to my junior year, no offers at all.
Definitely.
And I just came out of nowhere, and then Georgia blessed me. How was your recruitment process?
Man, our recruitment process was definitely one for the books, man. I didn't receive my first offer until 11th grade. So I was at Arabian Mountain 9th grade year. And then 10th grade year, in the middle of 10th grade year, that's when I transferred to Cedar Grove. But it was 2020, so it was 2020 in my 11th grade year, so COVID was going on.
Yeah,
and
stuff.
So, it was hardly any recruiting. We hardly could play any football games. And but then the worst thing of that, I got hit with a transfer, transfer rule and stuff like that. So I couldn't play my 11th grade year, but Colorado, they offered me. It was my first offer. They offered me.
Was it Mel Tucker was there?
No.
Oh, okay.
They offered me off just like practice, practice film that my coach was sending out to him and stuff like that. But then I picked up Kent State, and then it's crazy because June 1st, 2 years ago, was when I came to Georgia for a camp.
Yeah.
Coach Landon, he worked me out private workout, and that's when I got my offer. Man.
Who turned CJ Madden into the pass rushing? Was it Chuck Smith? Because you got some pretty fine moves. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't get to see CJ yet. But when he touched the field, the pass rush gonna be that.
Yeah, definitely.
Who gave you that bag? Where that bag came from that you got?
Honestly, I want to shout out Christian Miller.
Percy can't pass.
Yes. Listen. I want to shout out Christian Miller because in high school, like, he taught me a lot of things, like, he taught me a lot of pointers and stuff like that. Like, I was kind of raw. Like, I knew how to, get off and stuff like that, but I really didn't have no bag for real. And I seen Chris do certain stuff, like, in practice, like the cross chop. I seen Chris do the cross chop one time. I'm like,
what's that?
What's that, bro? Like, I got to master that. I got to, you know what I'm saying? So, but, definitely shout out Chuck Smith, Dez. I'm working with a new guy right now, Marcus Howard. He actually, he definitely went here, DGD.
You paid for the Colts, didn't you?
Yeah. DGD, man, for sure.
That boy swole. So it's crazy.
Yeah, but Mark, he gave me right now. So, shout out to them, man.
All right, so your recruitment process, it took off, and you had choices. Why UGA?
Well, UGA, first things first, UGA is UGA. You know what I'm saying? It's a winning culture. You know what I'm saying? Great coaches, great area, Athens is a great city, and that's number one. Number two is, my family. It's like my backbone. Being only an hour away, hour and 20 away. That definitely played a big role because I wanted my family to come out to my games and stuff like that, and I definitely wanted them to I wanted to go back and forth, home and see them and stuff like that. So, but deeply, another reason was, my grandfather, he passed away around 2017, and all I can remember was him being a fan of the home team, like the Atlanta Falcons, Atlanta Hawks, UGA and stuff like that. Yeah. And I remember it's probably like 2015. It was college season, they was playing or whatever, and I was probably in 5th grade going to 6th grade. And he said one day, like, I remember it so vividly, he was like, one day you're gonna be playing for UGA. And when he said that, I'm in 6th grade, 5th grade, like, I wasn't thinking about college and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
I heard that so much.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about college.
I thought I was gonna go to Georgia Tech.
Oh, wow. Yikes. But, he said that, and, it kind of I didn't even realize it until the day I announced my commitment. I just chose a random day in September. I wanted it to be on the weekend, in the middle of the month, and I chose September 18th. And not knowing, I didn't remember the date he passed away, I didn't remember it, but coincidentally, the day I committed was September 18th, and that was the day he passed away, and I didn't even know that. Yeah. I didn't remember the date. You see what I'm saying? And my grandma had told me the day after, and she called me crying because so it just it really kind of meant something to me. I feel like I'm here for a real reason.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a crazy ass story. Mine was I was just in the crib one random night. I decommitted from UGA, and I was like, no, I'm not going there. I'm not trying to find somewhere else. I was in the crib. It was a random. I just woke up in the morning. I woke up out of my sleep. It's probably 4 o'clock in the morning. I walk to the kitchen. All you hear on TV loud as hell, commit to the G. I walk out, it's a Georgia football commercial. Commit to the G. And I was like, I'm going to Georgia, fam.
Wow.
I got another question for you. It's a process trying to translate from high school to college and adjust your game. What would you say has been the biggest difference between high school and college now? Since you've been here for a year, you've been able to adapt to how college is. How has the transition been? And what would you say was the hardest thing to adjust to and the easiest thing to adjust to?
I'll probably say the easiest thing to adjust to was the speed. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all played fast at Cedar
Grove?
Yeah,
we played fast at Cedar Grove, and we was around D1 guys as well. My whole team was basically D1. So practice was competitive and stuff like that, and my coaches made it competitive. So the speed probably was the easiest thing to get used to. But the hardest thing I should say was probably, I don't know, man, probably just having to change my body. You know what I'm saying? Being stronger, and I'm going against 300-pound people that's like Mims, for example. You know what I'm saying? Come on, you know what I'm saying? So, when I first came in, I I tore my labrum in high school, and I had surgery when I first came up here, so I couldn't do any upper body for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? And around that time, that was when we was going straight into fall camp. I got cleared going to fall camp, and having to go against Broad and Mims and everybody like that, it was I can't.
It's a
You know what I'm
culture
saying?
shock,
like
bro.
it really kind of was though.
That's
At
how
the
they
same
go
time,
against
it's like
Tate. When I came in, bro, I had to go against. Boy, you lucky you didn't have to go against. I had to go against guys like Ben Cleveland. Jamari was like, I don't know how
I
to.
heard all the stories.
Yeah,
man.
but Jamari was a wrecking ball. Ben Cleveland, Jamari, Trey Hill, that was my freshman. And Coach Scott was like, he thought I was soft, so this man put me at nose guard, and I was like 305. So I'm in there trying to beg, stick on bump combos from Ben Cleveland, Trey Hill, Justin from the other side.
Sheesh.
So my adjustment process, I mean, it was treacherous because I didn't get a spring either because COVID came in too. So my first padded practice at UGA was in fall camp. You feel me? So that adjustment process is always hard. But guess what? Dun-dun-dun. We have a break. We're about to have some fans coming to ask some questions for CJ. Let me get up out my seat. Let me let y'all take over.
Okay, so inside linebacker,
Outside linebacker.
outside linebacker.
Yeah.
Apologize. There's some legendary players that have played there. You know, who do you look up to inside that locker room right now that may not even be in your room that really inspires you to be just similar to the other players?
Yeah. Well, I'd definitely say, you know, just the people that was in my position not too long ago, actually. Azeez Ojulari, you know what I'm saying? I admire his game. You know what I'm saying? He played fast and physical. And he had this one move where it's like he would do it over and over and over and over and over. Nobody could really get it. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to that point, you know what I'm saying, with my type of playing style. And I kind of feel like we kind of play the same, you know what I'm saying, with the same high motor and things of that such. And just to speak for, you know, the guys that, you know, was recently in the locker room, Nolan Smith. You know, Nolan Smith, he was like a real big brother to me, man. We had a real big brother, little brother relationship, and you know, shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? He worked really hard. You know what I'm saying? He deserved everything he has, and you know what I'm saying? I really appreciate him for, you know, leading the way. You know what I'm saying? He took me under his wing when I first got here. I didn't know what was going on when it came down to the plays and stuff like that. And but yeah, he definitely, you know what I'm saying, just took me under his wing, and I appreciate him for that. So yeah.
What's the hardest, like when you do practice against, you know, the offense and so forth, who would you say is giving you the biggest challenges when you're on the field practicing with them? Like who's the guy that's like, man, I just want to be able to beat him?
Yeah, I would probably say Mims. Man, Mims is just a huge human. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, the way he passes and stuff like that, he covers so much space and like not so many steps. So it's like, oh my God, Mims, like, you know what I'm saying? And last year it'll probably be, you know, Broad. Broderick, he great guy. You know what I'm saying? I knew him off the field, great guy. We're from the same area, but you know what I'm saying? I always wanted to beat Broad too. You know, his sets were so consistent. You know what I'm saying? So consistent, and sometimes he'll change it up. But yeah, them guys, and also as well, Ernest Green. Ernest Green is a very surgical left tackle, very surgical. You know, he's surgical with his hands, stuff like that. He's very he's a technician. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, so those guys give me something to, you know what I'm saying, compete for and stuff like that. So
Excellent. Ask another one?
Sure, I mean, why not? Sure.
We're giving you a show soon too. We're under contract.
All right, so yeah, I kind of watch like you know, Tate and Rylan Goody. They have a little podcast, and it's kind of interesting to hear all the different interactions with the different rooms. Like, what would you say is, besides, you're probably biased to your room, right, to the defensive and the linebackers and so forth, but when you look at the rest of the team, I mean, what other, describe a little bit about like what are the other rooms like and how that inspires you guys to be better as a unit to help support the team?
Yeah, you know, well, like in the locker room and stuff like that, I'll probably say, you know, the inside back, like on defense, you know what I'm saying, the DBs, they hang out with each other. Of course, every room hang out with each other, but to a certain extent, I just feel like when it comes down to like putting in work, you know, the inside backers, you know, Smile and Pop, you know, Smile hurt right now, but, you know, Smile and Pop, they usually, you know, push the defense to do more. You know what I'm saying? We just ran on Friday, and we was a little behind, and, you know, we had 10 sprints, but we only got to 8. We had meetings right after. So Coach, you know, basically was saying that, you know, guys, we're gonna get the 2 sprints after, you know, 7-on-7 tomorrow. We gotta get the meetings. So Pop just, he led and, you know what I'm saying, no, let's get back on the line. Let's run 2 more. You know what I'm saying? Let's finish it out. And, you know what I'm saying? So, the inside backer, they definitely push, you know what I'm saying, their defense to be better and stuff like that. And I can feel the same way towards the O-line, you know what I'm saying, on offense side of the ball. They definitely, they're kind of like an older group, you know what I'm saying? And, Said, he basically leader of the whole team, honestly, you know what I'm saying? So, Said definitely pushes the offense, you know what I'm saying? Pushes the whole team, really, but I could definitely say the O-line group, you know what I'm saying, pushes the force for him.
Who'd be like the one player that you would see that, we hear all these names like Said and so forth, but, who's the one guy that you look to that's, maybe in, your age and in your class that you see could be like the next great one that is just not right there yet? And it could be any position.
That's a good question. That's a great question. So you said not there yet?
Well, yeah, that it's like, man, he's just right at the cusp, and he's doing everything right, and it's just, it's like it takes some time to get to be able to start and then make the difference and be, the difference maker, or what we think is the difference maker, because what we see every week on the on TV or in Sanford Stadium, we see you guys play, but just because what the players that are playing at that time, that doesn't mean that there's not something else that's important in practice, like even in the practice squad. We heard about Gunnar Stockton, right? He took off the jersey and let you guys hit it.
Yeah.
So something could be something like that. What is it that you see? There's got to be something that just kind of like, man, this guy's the thing. And it's okay if you don't know.
That's a great question, man. I'll probably give it to Dalen Everett, though.
Dalen Everett.
Dalen Everett, you know what I'm saying? I seen him, take a couple reps. He take every rep serious and stuff like that. And, granted, you don't win every rep, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But Dalen, he plays with, he communicates, he talks loud when you're on the field. And sometimes you got to communicate with me, and, we be on the same page. So I kind of feel like Dalen Everett is going to get that, push soon. So, yeah.
And you're number 16,
Number
right?
16.
And who's the last number 16 that I remember?
Lewis Seen, man. He came down, it's tough.
Good dogs,
Yeah, definitely, man. What's up?
You guys are the deal.
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Great.
So, football's like y'all's entire life, especially in the fall. You have like games every week, like very few bye weeks. You practice like almost every day. Like, how do you keep it fresh when you're like living and breathing football, which also can be like stressful to y'all?
Yeah. It's definitely, you got to fall in love with the monotony. You know what I'm saying? The same thing over and over and over. But you honestly wouldn't want it any other way. You know what I'm saying? Practice is hard, but that's only to push us in games. And we win games, so, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you got to live with it. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of feel like the biggest thing I do is, just whenever I go home and stuff like that, I just relax. You know what I'm saying? Don't be on my phone. Don't be watching TV. I don't watch TV and things of that such. Just go home and relax. Take a minute to yourself, because a lot of stuff happens throughout the day. School.
Oh yeah.
Practice. I got ranking. That's like our student athletes type stuff afterwards. So, you know what I'm saying? It's good to take time and just, be with yourself, be alone, be quiet and stuff like that. So I feel like that definitely helps for sure. You know what I'm saying? Over time, but it ain't gonna happen overnight, but you'll see results over time for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then like, I had a question, it completely just no, just completely blank. That's so funny.
Oh, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. I see you. Appreciate you.
You like the switcheroo?
Yeah, I like that.
Bringing somebody else in, a different voice. I know my voice is real soothing and get calming and stuff like that. Nah?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Damn. Well,
No.
I let the important stuff go. This time for like the fun stuff. I got a little list of a few questions.
Okay.
We're gonna hit them fast, quick, in a hurry. You've been for a year, you had a season. What was your favorite UGA fan moment so far? Actually, what was your favorite UGA moment so far?
Favorite UGA moment?
Or something within football, or it could be within Athens, like you found like a gym or something.
Okay, I definitely would say my favorite moment was winning the Natty. I feel like that's kind of biased, but at the same time, it was just like, man, it's my first one, and
First year in college.
First year in college, first Natty. We in LA. I've never been to LA before, so that was
I ain't
my.
never been to LA too.
You know
I
what I'm
played,
saying?
the closest I've been when I played modern day in high school. I played against Bryce Young.
Yeah.
It was Santa Ana. We didn't even get to go out because we lost.
Oh yeah. What was the score?
Huh?
What was the score?
But it was 24-20. But we had 2 touchdowns called back. We
Yikes.
had 2 of our players kicked out, and they scored 3 touchdowns off trick plays. So our defense was. Our defense was crap. They threw I remember all the trick plays. They ran a reverse pass to Sean Dollars. He was like the number 1 running back in the country. That was the only play he made the whole game. They threw a tackle. You know how to tackle like you have
no way.
a lineman on a line to tackle a block, set, come out, catch the ball. And
Does
he
he
scored like
on the line of scrimmage?
yeah, he scored like a 20-yard touchdown on that. And I think that was 2 touchdowns. The last touchdown, one of our DNs forgot to, what coach talked about surf mechanics. He forgot to surf. Bryce pulled that thing, yoink, touchdown, dove into the end zone, ended the game on us. Yeah, that was a hard moment. But the Natty was your favorite UJ moment so far?
Yeah, Natty was definitely favorite.
All right, still in that moment. What was your Coach Smart? Before games, he pump us up, get us right at halftime, he get us ready. What was your, if you can remember him, because it's hard to remember him, what was your favorite Coach Smart speech?
I think it was Oregon.
That first game?
Yeah, the first game
We
before we
hunting.
went out. Yeah, we hunting.
We
Like,
hunting.
I kind of I just seen in his eyes like he really genuinely meant what he was saying. So
It was
like
in the
that. So
hunt.
yeah.
I like that. All right. Favorites? You haven't got to play in all the stadiums yet, but so far, what was your favorite stadium to play in?
Sanford for sure.
Sanford? Nah, outside the hedges. We beyond the hedges. You feel me? We beyond the hedges. You didn't get to see Tennessee. I might have to double back on this question.
I don't know.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, we still got to play at Auburn, Tennessee.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're gonna have some fun on the road this year. I'm not gonna lie. Last one. Top 5 dogs of all time.
No order.
No order.
No order.
Top 5 that you've seen, watching, seen in practice. Top 5 dogs. I want to keep like a running tally of who they say the top 5. Who they had his top 5. Who's your top 5?
Okay, I'd definitely say Aziz Ojulari,
Long two.
Sony Michelle,
RB, little head,
Todd Gurley.
running back, big head. See, you doing the running backs now. You got Nick Chubb and stuff. So you can't.
Exactly. I can't
you
leave
don't
Nick
mess
Chubb.
with relationships
Bro.
now.
Oh God, I feel like them like
You
300
can't
snake.
just
Like,
do all running backs.
we'll throw Nick Chubb in there, but you know what I'm saying. That's just I can't. Leave
All right,
him
so the
out.
running backs, we're going to say Georgia, DGD, RBUs.
RBU. Okay,
So that's
cool.
just 2.
Bet,
We're going to say
bet.
RBU.
Okay, RBU.
You got 2 right now.
I'll probably give it to Matt Stafford.
All right, Matt Stafford. You ever watched him play? I'm not lying. I ain't never watched Matt Stafford play. My first quarterback I saw was Aaron. So I didn't know what Matt Stafford did.
Yeah, I never seen Matt Stafford play.
Why'd you say his name?
I've seen his highlights, but like
Nah,
never really-
man, the ones you seen like in the field. So we're gonna redact that one and let that one go. Go back to 2.
Well, I'm at 2.
I know this gonna be that hard for you, bro.
I'm at 2.
Yeah. You got Aziz, you got RBU.
Okay.
Any great wide receivers you know about?
Roquan.
Good wide receiver, heck yeah.
That's not. He's
Oh yeah, linebacker.
God. Let me see. I'll probably say Devontae White.
Oh, all right, Devontae. Yeah, bro. His senior
definitely.
year was crazy. That transition he made was OD. He went from UDFA to first round draft pick.
Yes, sir. Just legendary, and he the hood hero. Legendary. I'll probably give my 5th one to. Let me see. Lewis Seen,
Louis C.
16.
16.
You gotta run, you know what I'm
What
saying?
about the other 16? KS. Big dog.
Big dog too, you know what I'm saying? I give it to him, but
All right. I forgot to talk about this one. Tell the people about the Coziest collection and the next drop.
yeah, okay. Well, Cozy's collection is my brand. I started.
He's a fashion icon, like Virgil, like Kanye,
Definitely.
like Picasso. It's one of those type guys.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? I started it up. I've really been had the vision and stuff like that since like 9th grade, but My first drop was probably like last summer when I dropped the tees and stuff
Yeah,
like
we
that.
ate it up, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The whole team was rocking
definitely.
Cozy's collection last like September, last August. You'll see a whole bunch of white shirts on campus.
Then I dropped some hoodies, probably like November or something like that.
Chrome Heart.
You know what I'm saying? Chrome Heart collab.
What's next, bro? You about to mess the summer up now?
Yeah, man. This summer I'm coming out
I
with
need
some,
every pair. I need every pair of shorts.
That's a
What's the
bit.
biggest size?
3X. I had to come through for the people who are on the team, man.
The
But
3X. I need every size.
yeah, the next drop probably like it's June 16th.
11 days, right?
11 days. 11
I
days.
got
I
that
got some
count on.
acid wash shorts with a pleat stitch on the cozy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Fans, when y'all go follow Goat CJ on Instagram. Y'all can see the drop. Go follow Cozy's collection.
Definitely.
COZYEST.
No.
How you spell it?
COZIEST
Yeah.
dot collection. Cozy's collection.
Y'all heard what he said. Cozy's collection. And last thing, you got any shout outs to any restaurants in Athens? What's your favorite restaurant? There's a lot of good places to eat.
Man, I gotta give my biggest shout out to Churros, man.
Who put you on? Who put you on Churros?
Warren, you know, he had a
I had a
movement.
vision.
Yeah, man.
I had a vision,
Definitely.
man. Churros, you can make your vision come true. It's like
Man.
Disney World.
Shout out to Churros, please.
Give us a sponsorship.
Man,
They get
literally,
free
I'm there
food.
every day, man. I know all the workers back there. Great relationship with all the workers, man. But look though, Churros. See, let me just give you my order, man. I'm just finna give up the sauce right now.
The
I
sauce
get
is what I told you. I'm not gonna lie. You probably put that corn in there. Probably put that
see,
churro sauce in
listen,
there.
So boom, I get a quesadilla, right? So you get a quesadilla. I get mine on wheat. You can get it on flour. Don't really matter. I get mine on wheat. They put the cheese down. I want rice or beans? No. I want chicken and steak. Then we go over to the other section. Then I get pico de gallo. Then in the other section, I get cilantro, yellow onions, and black olives on the grill.
On the grill. That's
On
thing.
the grill. That
Chipotle,
is-
y'all messed up.
See?
Chipotle, y'all got to put it on the grill. That's what y'all
On the
messed
grill.
up at.
You get
Chipotle
on the
don't got the
grill.
same flavor to me no more.
Yeah, no, it's,
I can't even eat Chipotle no more.
no Chipotle slander, but
Nah, it's Chipotle slander. Y'all not stepping like churros.
definitely not.
Not stepping
Definitely
like
not. I tell you that right now, but yeah, that's my secret. That's my secret order, man. I just gave it up, but you know what I'm saying.
But you got to mix it up with the fresh peppers, all of them. Like bell peppers, yellow peppers, some banana peppers.
See, I'm not really a big fan of the peppers,
Nah,
but I know it.
gotta
I know it go
spice,
crazy though. I know it go
spice.
crazy.
But that's all for today's episode. I was here with Cozy CJ. We had a great talk, great fan interaction.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all for watching. Don't
Definitely.
click off the video. Thank you.